Hi and welcome back to another complete guide to consoles waffle video, looking back at the complete guide to consoles. Booklets aren't really a magazine, were they? Say, look at the price back then, they're mega expensive, aren't they really? The Ultimate Consoles Mega Books, $2.95. I think they were all $2.95. Anyway, have a look at the other videos. I'll probably put a link in the description for the first two. It's like we're moving straight on to the third one. Obviously, all these goodies are in the second one, skipping over. And then we had a quick preview, didn't we, of Julian Rignall looking rather dapper in his monkey suit there. But yeah, this is the complete guide to consoles, book 3. It's filled with loads of console reviews, tips and charts, and bad editing. But yeah. And all this console mania, you've got brand new magazine plan called Me Machines. It's a monthly full colour, all consoles title, which will be covering the Sega, Nintendo, Mega Drive, that GX 4000, what a beast, and the Game Boy. Yeah. This is the third one, and this is the only remaining one that I've got. As far as I'm aware, there were only 3. I think someone did mention that there were 4 of these, but I think after the third I'd had enough. I just went out and bought the games. I don't really take too much notice of this. I got all the information I needed, I think. But anyway, and there were other magazines available, if I remember at the time. They weren't just this. There were other magazines as well. There were quite a few magazines, pardon my creaky chair, that sort of emphasised more on the imports and console games than they did previously. Yeah, you had a bit more choice. So anyway, back to this pointless video and the waffling about the magazine. We'll carry on with. There you got contents, you got games reviewed, Sega, Indiana Jones, Paperboy, Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, Super Monaco Grand Prix, PC Engine, Devil Crush, Ninja Spirit, all the classics, look, Splatterhouse, Image Fight, Download, Super Darius, it's Darius Plus, I think. Maybe it's a CD-ROM version. Oh, it is, yeah, it's a CD-ROM version. Super Sky Shark, yeah, on the Mega Drive, which was Dai Senpu on it, I think. Then you got Ghostbusters, E-SWAT, Thunder Force 3, Cyberball, and Game Boy stuff as well, and Nintendo. And obviously, look at that for a beast. What a sexy beast that is, the LGX 4000. Oh, I remember they were trying to give them away for like 20 quid boxed with, what was it, burning rubber or whatever it was. You get burning rubber for free now if you live near a recycling centre. Smells that way anyway. Now, news, reviews. Obviously, look at this here. Look at that for stylish Commodore console. Always been ahead of the pack, haven't they, with the style. Especially the stylish machine. Commodore, it's always been world leading, hasn't it, the Commodores. Anyway, GX 4000, look at that for a pin-up. Neo Geo or GX 4000? I mean, GX 4000 looks a lot more sexy, doesn't it? I mean, you know, it's no competition, so. Actually, the Neo Geo does look a bit plain there, doesn't it? But, you know, simplistic looking, but obviously got kick-ass specs. So, you know, GX 4000 was like, yeah, world at your fingertips, serious fun for all the family. Classics here, look. Shinlord, Bellspill Stars. You got Twin Ellie and all the others. Armed F, DJ Boy as well. Dai Senpu. All these Barumba, Ordyne, Twin Ellie, like I say. All the classic sidearms. Nam. Mutant price drop. Nintendo have announced that they're dropping New Mutant Teenage Turtle pack to be dropped to $79.99. So if you ever thought about owning a Nintendo, get one now because they're throwing in Turtles with you. Free Terrapin with every NES. Wouldn't it be good? Well, it certainly would be if it was. Oh dear. Yeah. Commodore console. The C64 GS game console. That's where it all started going wrong, I think. Sporty Sega stuff down in the dungeons there, Gauntlet 2. Yeah. Anyone looking for a game, mate? We ain't even going to go down that route. Anyway. Turtle power. Turtle power. Turtle heads popping. It's a Game Boy. Swim, sword fight, and bazooka blast in your arm living room for only $79.99. Yeah. Or you could buy an NES. Indiana Jones 3. Oh, yeah. Look at that 96% for that. That game's turd. Tony Takushi's console line. Call up Tony and he'll talk dirty to you. Golden Axe. Mass System. #1 in the charts. Pop Pickers. R-Type. #7. RC Grand Prix. I've got some kind of surly attitude in RC Grand Prix. Super Mario 2, Legend of Zelda, Adventure Link, Super Mario. Seem to get a bit of a vibe going on here with, I think it seems to be Zeldas and Marios, then. There's nothing changed there then really with Nintendo, has there? Mega Drive, obviously there's like more of a, what would you call it? Bit of a mix, eclectic mix of games there. Look, you've got Batman, platform gamer, scrolling beat 'em up, shoot 'em up, scrolling beat 'em up, shoot 'em up, RPG, 3D shooter, platform action game. More of a mix in it. No. Devil Crush, obviously you got all these goodies on the PC Engine as well. Stuff like Superstar Soldier. It's probably my favourite Soldier game. In the Soldier series, Rust and Saga 2. That's a bit of a turd in it, really. Rust and Saga 2. Ain't great, is it? Super Foolish Man. Game after my own, after myself. Very foolish. Devil Crash. Really good pinball game on the PC Engine. Fantastic game, that one. Really nice graphics, same with Ninja Spirit. Really good. Again, highly rated, aren't they? Premier Mail Order. Let's have a quick look at the Premier Mail Order, actually. Let's have a laugh at some of the prices. What we got here. Action Fight on the Mass System. Sega 8-bit. $12.99. Lord of the Sword, $26.99. Wonder Boy Monsterland, $26.99. Probably the prices now, ain't they? I think some are a little bit dearer now, ain't they? If you're trying to get like a really good copy of R-Type, I think it has to be dearer. You got that, $26.99. Operation Wolf, you gotta give that away now, can you? My Hero, 17 quid. Obviously, these are the cards, I think, at the time, weren't they? Possibly the cards, the card games. Master System hardware, you got the Master System, $79.99. The Rapid Fire unit, 6 quid. That's a bargain, it's 6 quid. 3D glasses, 38 quid. The control stick was 15 quid. Even the mains adapter, you buy them all day, every day, wouldn't you? $6.99 now. The Super System was only 130 quid. Light Phaser was 30 quid. That horrible joystick controller was 40 quid. I think, is that, handle controller? No, that's a steering wheel, isn't it? Well, so it's like a yoke in it, like a plain yoke. And then you got Mega Drive. Sega Mega Drive PAL or SCART, meaning imported and bodged. 160 quid. Converter on the top, 35 quid. And a joypad. Joypad there is only $18.99 there. And then you got Mega Drive games here, imported obviously. You got like Dai Senpu, DAI, SEM, POO, Dai Senpu. It's PU, eh? Oh, I don't know. I think they're trying to tell you something there. Yeah, I ain't a fan of Dai Senpu. It's alright, it's a bit basic, isn't it? Fire Shark's definitely better, or Sammy. Sem. Or what's the other one? What's that called? It's another name for it as well. It's not same. Tora, is it? Something like that. Space Harrier 2, $32.99. Venture Shinobi, $32.99. Rambo 3, $32.99. Psycho Blade, I don't think I played that one. Ghostbusters, $32.99. Golden Axe, the same. See all these, these are all roughly the same price. XDR. You can't beat a bit of XDR, can you? I think you give that one a miss, wouldn't you? But yeah, there's some classics there, really, aren't there? Forgotten Worlds again, $32.99. Lizzie and the Story, the same price. Back to reality, Paperboy, the Mass System. Look at that, graphics 94. I don't know too bad actually on the Mass System. I can't remember playing it. I'll be surprised if it played as well as it looked. I have to revisit it. Superstar Soldier. I love that game. It's a really good shooter. Again, I don't think they've had their PC Engine RGB amplified, have they? If they have, it looks very dark, but the colours do look really nice on that CRT. 90 for the graphics, 80 for the sound, quality tunes and effects, and yet they only give it 80. Tetris, World Wrestling on the NES, DuckTales, Quack Quack, Scrooge McDuck, hey Scrooge McDuck. 89% for that one. Columns, I never really rated Columns to be fair. Super Sky Shark. Was it Twin Hawk or something? Twin Hawk. And obviously Dice and Pooh. It ain't a bad game, Dice and Pooh. It's just the fact that they're all ground-based targets, and there's no like air-based targets. You're just going in and bombing the crap out of it on the ground, tanks and stuff. Gets a bit boring. Sky Shark have got a bit more action going on, hasn't he? Sorry, not Sky Shark. It's bloody Super Sky Shark. Not Sky Shark. Fire Shark or Sammy's got more going on. Even 1941 Counter Attack's got more going on, a lot more going on than now. I prefer that. Darwin 4081, quite bland looking, but it's alright, plays alright. Like your spaceship evolves as you get power ups and stuff, changes shape, doesn't it? Again, more interesting stuff. I ordered something off these, if I remember right. I think I ordered. Did you have Altered Beast or something super cheap? What did they order from these? Altered Beast, 30 quid now would have been Altered Beast. What did they order from me? Actually, I might just cut that out and as like a foolish thing to do, and I was going to order something and I never did. I can't remember why I cut that out. Obviously, I cut that out and destroyed the review of Xevious like a muppet. Things you do and regret. Rastan 2, we say that later became PC Engine Supplies, later became Console Concepts. It says there, the shop Console Concepts, but the mail orders PC Engine Supplies. Did use them for quite a few years, even up to the Saturn. Then it became Another World. I say, sure, what happened to them after that? Then they become part of Forbidden Planet. Sold the franchise off. Rastan 2. Ain't very good, is it? Rastan 2. I can't believe you give that 81%. Spy vs Spy. Really good game. Even you say that's the NES version. The Mass System was pretty much the same, I think. Never played for Xanadu or Faxanadu. Columns on the Mega Drive. Again, looks just like the Mass System one, really, doesn't it? It's quite basic. Tetris Clown. Yeah, a lot of people remember this, don't they? The launch era Mega Drive. Obviously with that Altered Beast packing. Do me a favour and plug me into a Sega. Yeah, remember the adverts? The old Cyber Razor cut adverts as well. Talking of Cyber Razor, took Cyber Razor cut Cybertech Distributions there. The big tips bit. Interesting seeing the big tip. Master Karateka, Rad Racer, Ghosts and Goblins. They say these are combined, I think, out of all three. I think they've cobbled them all together. It's a massive tips and cheats bit there for lots of games. So back at the time of this publication, so you could also buy like a Super Gun, couldn't you? I think they were still quite popular, and you could obviously play real arcade games using the Super Gun setup, which is pretty much like a power supply and joypad adapter. It's like a jammer adapter, so you could just run it off the mains and plug it into a CRT or whatever television you've got. Obviously CRTs were the only TVs available back then, as far as I'm aware. Mostly. Image Fight shooter, Ghostbusters. So you seem to be treading over a ground that we've seen before. Download's really good on the PC Engine. Plays really nice horizontal shooter. Rockman 2, sorry, Mega Man 2. Alex Kidd, Shinobi World. Monaco Car Park Racing on the Mass System. I do like Monaco Grand Prix, but the arcade version, all the rest are pretty much pants, ain't they? eSWAT, decent version on the Mega Drive, nothing like the arcade really. Mix it up a little bit. Some bits look nicer, some bits look a bit more bland. Your main character actually looks half decent this time. You don't like Jasper Carrot with a limp. So high scores, Don Docadon, Robocop, Trouble. Jet the Innocent, Japol the Lore. Something like that. Your Move Creep. I don't know what he sounds like Arnie, but he does, doesn't he? Bionic Commando, and he said Robotic Commando. I don't think it was that great, was it, on the NES? I think it looked okay, but it don't control that great. A bit like the arcade then, really. Don't play that great in the arcade, does it? Double Dragon 2, well, that's supposed to be a decent version. I think I might have played it once on the NES. 720 degrees, I think that's the new Xbox 360. Xbox 4 is going to be called 720. Okay. Then you got Silent Service. Cyberball. Yeah, it was alright on Mega Drive. It's very bland on it. Festus Quest. Going there. What he's doing there. Says on a quest. Nintendo Paperboy. Obviously don't look as good as the Mass System one does. He does look very washed out, doesn't he? Looks very... that does look really 8-bit, doesn't he? If anything. It's almost like Game Boy colours, isn't it? Batman. I thought this looked quite good back in the day, but now, looking at it, I think the characters are really small, aren't they? Especially compared to like the Super Famicom Batman Returns. These characters look really tiny, don't they? They're well detailed. The music's really good on this. PC Engine CD-ROM, accompanied by some really washed out pictures, thanks to the skills of the people at Mean Machines. It looked like it's been printed in 3 colours. Red Alert, I don't really rate that. It was a bit rubbish. Wonder Boy was decent on the CD, so was Super Darius. Final Zone 2, I can't remember Final Zone 2 to be fair. I remember Red Alert. It's a bit like it's almost like Rambo 3 style, multi-directional Metal Gear style overhead shooter. It's a bit bland. And there you got coming soon, Mean Machines Monthly. Coming soon, ready to raid your pocket money. Fantastic full colour all consoles magazine designed especially for you. Just check out these features. And there you got Game Boy. Makimura Gaiden. I forgot the name of that. It's actually... what is that called now? They call it that, did they, over here? I can't remember the name for it. Control the little demon thing, don't you? Penguin Wars, Quicks, Batman by Sunsoft. It's like midget Batman, wasn't he? I mean small person Batman. You're allowed to say midget these days. Flip Pull, NFL football. Look at that. Look at all this lot. It looks like an LCD handheld, doesn't it? It looks like one of them old handhelds from the 80s. How good is it? Screenshots don't do him any favours, do they? The old Game Boy. Mega Drive competition. You two could own Altered Beast. Tokyo Joe. Get Lost. Yeah. Anyone familiar with that one? New Zealand Story. On Nintendo. It's quite colourful, isn't it? The Nintendo version looks good. Again, more Teenage Mutant Hero. Sorry, Ninja Turtles. F1 Spirit. Gremlins 2, the new batch. But all we want is some fresh diseases. Populous. Was it fresh germs or fresh diseases? More like the Wuhan lab, innit? But all we wanted is some fresh germs. Populous, Mega Drive. Battle Mission Mega Drive. Never happened, did he? That one never happened. I'm sure that almost looks like screenshots from NAM, doesn't it? From NAM 1970. On the Neo Geo. But obviously this ain't. This is Operation Wolf. Rip-off. Speedball. Never really got into Speedball. I used to play on my ST. It was alright. Paper were on the links. It's got this weird playing on that tiny little screen, honey. Ghostbusters 2. Bobby Brown. Solomon's Key. Robocop. Clacks. It's the 90s and there's never time for clacks. There's never been time for clacks. This is Batman. Hattrice. I mean, who thought that was a good idea, Hattrice? Heroes of the Lance. Heroes of the Lance. Sega. Never played that one either. It's quite interesting for an RPG. Maniac Mansion. Sounds like Weekend at Cosby's. There you got Xenon 2. Techno Cop. Techno Cop, I'm sure I might have Techno Cop. It's alright, it's a bit like a Mad Max style racing, dodgy racing game with some platform shooting action, a bit like E-SWAT in between. Dynamite Duke on the Mega Drive, cracking conversion Strider. Anything could happen in the next half hour. Yeah, okay, Troy. Thunderbirds. Road Blasters. Love Road Blasters. I remember playing that as a teen at the motorway services when a school trip. That was the highlight of the school trip. Stopped at the motorway services on the way back and had a quick go on Road Blasters. Shadow Dance on the Mega Drive. Class game. What is that screenshot? No? I tell you, that's a working progress screenshot. That ain't the original screenshot, is it? But cracking game on the Mega Drive, really. But I don't like it, do they? I prefer the arcade one. This is better. The arcade one's pants compared to this. R-Type Game Boy. Clacks. Clacks again. It's never time for clacks. Even when it was the 90s, there was never time for clacks. The Last Ninja's now moved over to Nintendo. Notice there's no mention of the Conix in here, is there? The Conix has died a death. And then you got New World consoles. I think that's it. We come to the end. PC Engine Super Graphics gets a mention here. $279.95, including a free game. Start with a free game. Sorry. $269.95. And then you got Girls and Ghosts, Grand Sort and Batlace. The $33.90 and $34.90 each. Strider to be announced. Never happened, did he? Neo Geo Games, Magician Lord, 199 quid. Now 1975, 199 quid. Ride Nero, 200 quid the same. Ninja Combat, Cyberlip, all 200 quid. I'd say some of these are well above that now, ain't they? Well above that. Probably double that. Neo Geo PAL, of 420. Neo Geo Scott, 399. So, moan about the price back then of the console itself was quite cheap when it was the games that were expensive. And obviously you got PC Engine games starting off cheap at Dragon Spirits, only like 20 quid. It's always been cheap, that one, hasn't it? Then you got stuff like New Zealand Story, 33.90. Afterburner, to be announced, to be confirmed, and Operation Wolf, they haven't been released that time of day, but no price. Powdrift, 33.90. Ordyne, 32.90. Vigilante's only 22.90. Okay. PC Engine Core Graphics, 169.95. PC Engine Core Graphics. SCART, 159. CD-ROM. Oh, they're good, nice one to give you a free game, but it's 300 quid. And then the Mega Drive, you've got the powerful 175 and 170 with SCART. So stuff like Thunder Force 2, 35 quid. Stuff like Girls and Ghosts, 37.90. Thunder Force 2. So Thunder Force 3, sorry, was 34.90. Thunder Force 2 was, how much was that? 32.90, same roughly. 34, a couple of quid difference. Alpha, 35 quid. And that's it, and that's enough for me for today anyway. So yeah, it's nice to look back through these things. You get a bit of nostalgia just looking through. Obviously, I'm just taking a mick some of these things. Yeah. It's only real light-hearted fun. Some cool stuff. I say I do like something tactile. Without having a magazine and flicking through it. Take quite the sounds you're looking on your screen, on your phone, on your computer, your laptop, or whatever, or tablet. Something nice, something tactile about the old computer magazines. And even the newer, pardon my creaky chair. I'm going to creak now, creak a bit, and then I'll tell you the bones, it's a chair. It's even newer stuff like this, like games. I carried on buying computer magazines right up till like probably the mid-2000s. You know, something tactile, nice about having a computer magazine, looking through it like there. Mario Kart and the Wii. Something about computer magazines are still pretty cool. It's a bit of sort of all died a death now, aren't they? But again, cheers again. Thanks for joining me on this pretty pointless waffle talking about Guide to Consoles video. Cheers again, and thank you very much for viewing. Catch you again on another one.